us to grow and mature. But the way that we do that, he says, from the whole body and all its parts, every part is needed. You're joined and knitted and firmly put together by what every joint supplies. That's the way that we work properly. That's the way that our body, the church body, works. Everybody doing their part. Here's the thing. In my body, just to give an example, in my body, a few years back, my knee joint decided it wanted to do its own thing. Anybody ever experienced anything like that? I was having knee problems. All of a sudden, my knee was clicking and making all kinds of noise. And then I found, after a couple more months, it would click, and then it would like pop a little bit. And I was like, ooh, that hurt. But it would be over. And then I would keep walking on it, and it was still bothering me. And then it would just get worse. It got worse and worse and worse. It got to the point where I literally could not walk up the stairs. I had to crawl up the stairs because that joint was so out of place and it caused so much pain that I could not walk up the steps. And forget trying to actually carry something up the steps. I'd have to carry it, put it on one step, and then try and take a step. Pick it up, carry it. You see, that knee joint had a purpose. It was to give my whole body the ability to go up the steps. And when that one joint decided it didn't want to do what it needed to do, all of a sudden, that whole motion was no longer available to me. It stopped me from walking. It stopped me from running. It stopped me from going up and down steps. It stopped me from being able to stand from a seated position. And how many of you know that's a little tough when you got to go to the bathroom? I'm just saying. All of those things happened because one joint was not supplying the strength that it needed for my body. Do you know that is each one of us? He said it right here. Each one of us in the body is a joint that is there that needs to supply what is needed for the body. And if that joint is not supplying what's needed for the body is broken. That's why we see what we see today. That's why we see the broken down churches and the ministers going to jail. I mean, all kinds of things because the body is broken. God wants to rebuild. He wants to grow. And he says, in order to do that, we got to believe him. We got to be in unity. And we've got to supply our part. We've got to be a well-functioning joint so that we all can do what God's called us to do, to rebuild the walls. There's something that I noticed, like I said, back in Nehemiah. Turn to Nehemiah 3, and I'm going to end with this. It's my first ending, right? Nehemiah 3, verse 1. And as I was reading this, I was just noticing. So I'm just going to read it and show you how it hit me. And hopefully it'll hit you. So here, they're beginning to do the work of rebuilding the wall. And it says in verse 1, then Eliashib, the high priest, rose up with his brothers, the priests, and built the sheep gate. And again, the sheep gate was one of the gates that were going around the wall for Jerusalem. So they needed to build the gates as a part of this. They consecrated it and set up its doors, and they consecrated the wall westward to the Tower of the 100, as far as the Tower of Hananel. Next to Eliashib, the men of Jericho built, and next to them, Zakur, the son of Imran, built. Now the sons of Hassenaah built the fish gate. They laid its beams and set up the doors with its bolts and its bars. Verse 4, next to them, Meramith, the son of Uriah, the son of Hadok, made repairs. Next to him, Meshullam, the son of Berechiah, the son of Meshezabel. You like the way I'm saying these, right? I'm making it up as I go. Made repairs. And next to him, Zadok, the son of Bana, also made repairs. Verse 5, next to him, the men of Tekoa made repairs. And I'm just like, well, this is weird. It's like they keep saying next to him. And then verse 7, I'm skipping to verse 7, next to them, Melatiah, the Gibeonite. In verse 8, next to them, Uzziel. Next to them, in verse 9, Raphiah. Verse 10, next to them, Jediah. Verse 11, Malachi, the son of Haravim, And all of them were next to them. Verse 12, next to him, Shallum. And it just kept going on. Now, I stopped at verse 12. This went on to verse 32. Next to him, next to him, next to him. You see, they had gotten together. And
thank you for being with us today.
Elevation Life Center.
It's center where faith and family grow together. See you soon. And remember, we're always lifting you higher.
Elevation Life Center where faith you. Elevation Life.